it was a sobering evening. We expected it. I think every Manchester United fan expected it. Not one Manchester United fan came here tonight with any hope whatsoever. But you still try and build yourself up in that little sort of half an hour pre-kick-off. You're thinking, could something happen? But nothing. That team's got nothing.
Is that the most worrying thing? The fact that it's predictable now?
Yeah, it is predictable, and they have got... But actually, there's some decent players out on that pitch, and there's some talent. So I have no idea. I cannot explain how it's gone from what would be sort of slightly promising at the end of last season, finishing second. I know they lost in the Europa League final, which was a bad one, to the point where we are today, which is an all-time low in my 42 years of watching United. I've never seen it as bad as that. I've never seen it... You know, you made a point before. Liverpool, when we were playing, weren't that great. But I don't think they ever gave us a game like that. It was always tough. It was always hard to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford and at Anfield. There was once we beat you 4-0, but I think you got Hippier sent off in the first minute of the game, and it was an explanation behind it. I've never seen a Manchester United team wilt and be as flaky in a game of football or Liverpool in my 40 years.
You keep speaking about the ownership and the structure of the club. No, I'm talking about the last few weeks or months or going back a long time. Now, my point on that is, yeah, if that's not right, your football club is not going to be maybe winning league titles or European cups. But if you, Roy, Nicky Butt, all the real characters you had at a football club were in a situation where you were here now, you wouldn't go and drop your performance as low as that. We've been there with Hicks and Gillette when things were great. There's different managers coming and you've got Alex Ferguson, that one man. You're winning all the time. But it never got that bad. So when you're talking about this structure of the club, I'm not saying the players are getting away with it because we're very critical of them, but that is still... That can't be... It doesn't matter who the manager is, it doesn't matter who the owner is. To those players to come to Anfield tonight when you're actually still fighting for top four, and never mind fighting for top four, trying to stop Liverpool winning 4 trophies. If I went to Old Trafford, that'd be as big as me getting in the top 4. We can't let these win the league, or you can't if you're in the Champions League, whatever it must be.
You mentioned characters, Jamie. They haven't got them.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So forget the structure at the top or the manager. What about those as players, as people?
That's why, I mean, I aired on the unprofessional side in commentary tonight when I said that the kid, to be fair, I was proud of him, because he's going round, to be fair, trying to top people and trying to kick people. But he demonstrated something. He showed us something. That he didn't like the idea of Liverpool at Anfield, passing it around him, the idea of Liverpool taking the mickey out of him, taking the mickey out of his teammates. At least he demonstrated something. Now, I'm not saying that it was brilliant, the fact that he was kicking Liverpool players and could have hurt one of them, but I tell you what, as a Manchester United fan, I think they can respond to that at least. The rest of them tonight, I mean, like I said, there's some lads out there that are probably really good lads, good professionals, got a good careers, they'll have good talent, but they've broken.
Why though?
I have no idea. They're broken.
The players or the
they're
good
broken.
lads?
They're broken. Jamie, they've proven that they're half-decent players over a few years. Fernandes is an half-decent... You know, he's a good player. There's some decent players out there. They've got talent. They've played at good levels. And they're broken. They're finished and they're done this season.
You talk about the leadership, Gary, but Jamie, the leadership is like 5 or 6 of these lads' contracts were up. All that chaos in the background. Again, there's lads coming on tonight. They are definitely leaving the club and they're coming on. Again, just, you know, Lingard... You got Sancho on the bench. Pogba's going to be leaving, and you're playing these lads. Matic said during the week, I don't know why he even said it. He says, "I'm leaving in the summer." Well, if you were, we'll wait till the summer. Why are you getting all these messages out there? So that's all part, I think, the chaos.
It's a mess.
It's a direct comparison with Liverpool and Man United for me. In the last 10 years, Liverpool have been the best in the recruitment. That's the number one thing you have to get right at a football club, your recruitment. Liverpool have been off the charts with it. Man United have been, all the top clubs, top 6 clubs, have been by far the worst. I mean, to emphasise that point, you know, I said earlier before you guys came on, you got the starting 22 players, pick 11 from those 22. I can't get a Man United player into that first 11. And that's how far Man United have dropped off, when the worst case scenario for you guys is Liverpool have gone that way in recruitment. And we talk about structures, but if you get your recruitment right, it can cover issues that people may have with the way the club is run at the director level. I personally, know you do, I can't personally put too much blame attached to the Glaziers, other than other than them allowing people who weren't qualified and obviously weren't good enough to make football decisions.
Graham.
In terms of the funding, you cannot be critical of them.
Graham, seriously. No owners of any business, good business in the world, when the core activity of that business is failing, and the cash reserves have been drained over the last 3 years through COVID, continue to take money out of a business. No, Graham, let me finish, please. No,
it's a business,
no,
Gary.
hang on, Graham. No shareholders and directors and owners of a good business, when the business is failing in its core activity, the cash reserves are being drained, there is investment required of hundreds of millions into the stadium and the training ground,
and asset values going through the roof,
and continue to take money out of the business. They can't do it. Coming back to the recruitment side, what the club have done over the last 10 years, I think Jurgen Klopp apparently had an interview or a conversation with Manchester United sometime. He called it Disneyland when he spoke to Ed Woodward. What Manchester United have done is brought players in with piano introductions like Sanchez or Pogba and all the big palaver around him, the Cristiano one that started. They've elevated the player above the manager at the football club as well. You go to Liverpool, you go to Chelsea, you go to Manchester City, the manager is the primary figure at the football club. They've undermined managers over the last 10 years at Manchester United by basically elevating the players into this sort of godlike status, and the players haven't performed. So my view is at this moment in time, there are a lot of things that, to be fair, the players could do better. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the start of the season could have done better. Ralf Rangnick maybe could have done better. But fundamentally, the club is broken on and off the pitch. The stadium's fallen apart. The training ground's now falling back to second rate compared to the training grounds. The owners are taking 25 million quid a year out of the club, when actually the club needs investment and sets the culture badly from the top.
So do you think it's unmanageable? No matter who you bring in, can't change that?
Jamie, one thing I'll guarantee you, Manchester United will be back and they'll be successful because the world is round and they're too big and they're a great club. So I've got no faith, I've got no worries about the long term. 10 years, might be 5 years, might be 15 years. Just as I never had any doubts that Liverpool would come back one day when I was to be fair play.
No, they'll come back, but in terms of Ten Hag coming in, he's the one who's going to come in right now.
I feel sorry for him.